Hi, thanks for joining me today. Hope you are well. I'm looking forward to having a good stretch today with me. Today it's not going to be too much of a workout side of things. I'm going to focus on our hips and we will go back to plank because we haven't done that for a while, and we will do pigeon as well, amongst other things, of course. Okay, so let's sit nice and tall. Let's just roll the shoulders back, loosen any tension we may have in our shoulders. Maybe you're feeling a bit tight at the moment. So reverse direction. And we're going to just breathe in as you bring your shoulders up. And as you breathe out, release the shoulders. We'll do that a couple more times. So breathing in. Okay, so we'll go into a bit of a spine twist here. So taking the right hand behind you, lift the spine tall, left hand on the outside of the right knee, turning with your torso and then with your head looking over your shoulder. Back to center, and then the other side. So left hand behind you, lift the spine up, right hand on the outside of the left knee, looking over your left shoulder. And back to center. Interlinking the fingers, reach up as you breathe in, stretch, really lifting through the core of your body. And as you breathe out, releasing your hands and resting them on the mat next to you. Okay, so we're going to not be doing sun salutations to start today. Of course, if you want to do a round of sun salutation, just press pause and then get on with it and then join me again here. But we're going to start by taking the legs out nice and wide, getting that nice stretch on the inside of the thighs here. So we'll loosen things up by just going side to side. How far your hands can get is obviously personal to you and unique to you. So you may be going beyond your feet, you may be just somewhere close to your feet. Does not matter. You're just warming up your inner thighs, your adductor muscles. And then we'll go into a forward fold, breathing in, take the arms up, and as you breathe out, reaching forward, just letting your hands rest wherever they get to, feeling that stretch all the way on the insides of your legs. So nice deep breaths if you can, in and out through the nose. And then slowly bringing it up. Going to bring the soles of the feet together into cobbler pose. So as always, sitting nice and tall here, try not to hunch over. So where you place your hands, you may want to massage your feet, a little treat for yourself. You may just want to hold your feet and just let your knees flutter in butterfly pose. Or you may want to hold your ankles and use your elbows to push the knees open, whatever you fancy doing today. This is when I notice how significantly bigger my right foot is to my left. We're quite odd little people sometimes, aren't we? And then release the legs, give them a nice shake. Now we'll come onto all fours. So wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. And your knees and your hands are about hip width apart here. We will start with cat-cow, so breathing in, head and tailbone up. And as you breathe out, arch the back, tuck the head and the tailbone under. Continue at the pace of your breath. And as always, just feel free to close your eyes If you enjoy the experience, where you're more aware of your spine movement here. And then bring it back to neutral. And we'll do hippos, starting with the right knee. So nice big circles. You don't have to rush it, just really open up that hip socket. And reverse direction. And back to neutral. And then we'll do the other side. Nice big circles. And reverse direction. And back to neutral. Then we're going to do stick insect. So starting with the right leg extended, left arm. So you might want to look at the floor, you might want to look past your left fingertips. Doesn't really matter, whatever's more comfortable for your neck. Good one for balance this. And then back to neutral, and then the opposite. So left leg, right arm. I had a student really struggle with this one with balance for a long time. And then he realised he was doing the same leg and the same arm at the same time, which was part of the problem. So back to neutral. We're going to go into extended child's pose. So sitting back on your heels, walk your hands forward so you're getting a really nice stretch through the back. Spread the fingers nice and wide, really ground every single part of your hand, all the fingers on the floor. You can rest your forehead on the mat if it's comfortable for you. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose here. Now we're going to stretch the sides of us. So we're going to spider walk our fingers over to the right side. So you're really stretching the left side of your body nicely here. And if you want, you can put your left hand onto your fingertips to really deepen that stretch. And spider walk back to center, and then over to the left side. And again, you can put your right hand onto its fingertips this time. And spider walk back to center. Keeping the hands where they are, nice and stretched out in front of you. We're going to raise our hips up onto all fours, but as you'll notice, your hands are slightly in front of you. You may want to walk them just a little bit further forward. And then we're going to do some hip rotations. So nice big circles with the hips, loosening things off a little bit, releasing any tension. And then reverse direction. Back to neutral. So we are going to go into pigeon now. So tucking the toes under, make your way into plank position. This is your warm up for plank in a minute. So we'll start with the right knee to right elbow. Cross the foot over and place the right knee just behind the right wrist. Drop the left knee to the floor and extend that leg. Keeping the ankle and the foot up so you're not rolling out too much, so you're protecting the knees. And then sitting nice and tall here on your fingertips or on fists. And work with your positioning so that you're getting a nice stretch through the right hip. Or, depending on your body right now, you might feel it more of a stretch on your left hip flexor at the front. So we'll slowly make our way down onto our elbows. Nice easy breaths in and out through the nose. Just relax as much as you can into this stretch. And then if you're comfortable doing so, extend the arms, forehead on the mat. Making your way back to your elbows, back onto your hands. And if you're able to do so, bend the left knee and hold the ankle on the outside. So you're getting a good stretch through the quad to your front of your thigh. And then release that foot. I'm going to plant the hands down nice and strong. Take the right leg up to the ceiling, give it a shake first. And then while we're here, we're going to open up that right hip. So we're going to cock the leg over to the left, stacking the right hip on top of the left hip. And then drawing that left heel down to the floor to get that calf stretch on the left leg. Nice and strong in the shoulders here. And bringing that foot back into downward dog. Give it a nice pedal out here. Taking those hips up and back. And then we'll take the weight forward into plank and we'll do the other side. So this time, left knee to left elbow, cross the foot over, plant the left knee down, right knee down, and sitting nice and tall here. Bit of a grayer day here today right now, a lot of cloud coverage. Bit of a breeze. And slowly making our way down to our elbows. And if you're comfortable doing so, extending the arms, resting the forehead on the mat. You may find one side is tighter than the other. That's perfectly natural and normal. And we'll slowly make our way to our elbows, back up to our hands. And again, if you're comfortable doing so, bending the right knee and holding the ankle for the quad stretch. Release that foot, plant the hands down, this time left leg up to give it a good shake. Ooh, kicking the tree, plant. And then we'll cock that leg over to the right, opening up the left hip. and drawing the right heel down for the stretch. And then bringing that left foot back, give it a nice pedal out here. And we'll just drop onto our knees and take a rest in child's pose, because we're going to be going into plank in a minute. So I just want to rest our body, rest our muscles before we get going. When you're in child's pose, really use the out breath just to relax, release any tension in your jaw or in your shoulders. Wherever you might be holding tension unnecessarily, just take this opportunity to relax, be conscious of your whole body. And we'll very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll up. And then be thinking about what kind of plank you want to do. Arms extended, on your elbows, side plank, whichever you fancy doing today. And we are going to, again, I'm not timing this, so if you want to be pushing it, then press pause and focus on your plank challenge, your personal one. If you're up to 4, 5, 6 minutes, hey, I am not going to stop you from achieving those goals, so feel free. But for now, we will hold for as long as I think about a minute is, maybe 2, depends how I feel myself. So make your way into plank position. But as always, if you find yourself tiring, your hips are dropping and you can't bring them back up, just take a rest. You can always come back into it. So we will start in position now. So you're tucking your tailbone under, drawing your abdominals upwards. So you're really engaging your core in plank. Nice and strong in the shoulders, but relax your hands, relax your facial muscles. And continue to breathe. Maybe you're so prepared now, you have a book on standby and you just get the book, start reading, distract yourself from your plank and the pain that may come for you. Like I say, if your hips start dropping and you haven't got the strength to bring them back up again, just drop to your knees, take a rest, take some time out, and then go back up. I'm going to hold for a little bit longer, not much longer. Keep working that core, building that strength. And then slowly make your way onto your knees and down into crocodile pose. So Makasana, either arms as a pillow or arms by your side, big toes together and ankles dropped out to the side. And again, take this opportunity to fully relax here. Okay, so ankles together, we're going to go into cobra. So that's this one, by the way, not extended cobra. So hands, palms face down on the mat beside your shoulders. Elbows nicely tucked in to draw the shoulders back so you're not hunched around your ears. And then as we breathe in, raising our hands and our chest and our head off the floor, keeping your feet on the floor though. And keeping those elbows tucked in so that again your arms aren't up here, nicely drawn back, you're opening up your chest, working your lower back muscles here. Just breathing in and out through the nose, not overdoing anything. You might want to wriggle your fingers just to make sure that you're not holding tension unnecessarily. Wriggle your jaw, do a little bit of crazy facial movements just to release any tension. See if you can lift a little bit higher, which doesn't mean just taking a deep breath and holding it. It means working those muscles. And then we'll slowly rest down again in crocodile and take a nice rest. So big toes together, ankles dropped out to the side. We're going to go into both those, so bending your knees, holding your ankles on the outside, keeping your knees hip width apart as much as possible. And then as we breathe in, lifting up as high as you can and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest down. Good work. Plant the hands down, sliding back into extended child's pose. Really stretch those back muscles. We've just been working the core and working our lower back. So stretch out those muscles as best you can. And as you make your way up, really push through, like you're arching your back. Push through your lower back, push through your upper back. Really stretch as you make your way up. And then rolling your shoulders back. So coming forward, cross those feet over, roll onto your bum. Now we're going to go into incline plane. So legs out in front of you. As we breathe in, bring the shoulders to the ears, roll the shoulders back and place the hands behind you. If you've got hyperextension, just turn your hands the other way round. And then as we breathe in, raising the hips up, pointing those toes. And you can either leave your head in alignment, you can place your head down, or you can be looking at your toes, whatever's more comfortable on your neck. And we're holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, keep those hips lifted up. 4, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, look to your feet first, and slowly make your way down. And when you're down, give those wrists a good shake. That's a good workout for the wrists. So it's good to do. And we're going to go into boat pose, or I like to call it square root pose, because I think we look more like a square root symbol. So this is good for the core. This is one where you, as I say, square root makes sense to me. You either, depending on your core strength, you might have your hands behind your thighs and holding position. You might have your hands with your arms out, palms faced inwards, parallel with your legs. Or you may have your arms out to the side or somewhere in between, depending on your strength. But something to be aware of, you can't maybe see so well because of my t-shirt, but if you notice your lower back is starting to dip and you're kind of hunched down, you're actually not working your core and you're taking a lot of strain in your back. So be trying to get your your back, I was going to say as straight as possible, but obviously your spines aren't straight, but as tall and as long as possible without that lower dipping going on. So that is where you're at home right now, you're not in a class, doesn't matter what anyone else can do. This is personal to you and your core strength. So please honour that rather than overdoing it and then finding that you're actually not working your core, you're just taking a hit on your back. So raising those legs up and really bringing that lower back up as best you can. If this by itself is too much, even with your hands behind your thighs, then just drop the toes to the floor, see if that helps a little bit. But this is about working the core and our tummy, so engaging that as best you can. So you may have been in position the whole time I've been talking and now you're really tired, or you may have just started. We won't hold it for too long, but again, if you want to extend it, just press pause. I say this like you've got a remote. You may do if you're doing it on your TV. Continue to breathe, and when you're ready to come down, drop the feet down and sitting up. We're going to go into a forward fold, stretch the back out. So we're not going to straighten the legs because we don't want to be necessarily stretching hamstrings right now. We want to be stretching the back. So maybe you want to have your legs apart, entirely up to you. Pull the fleshy bits out of your bum. Breathing in, take the arms up, and as you breathe out, reach forward and down, and let your hands rest wherever they get to, and adjust your leg position so that you're getting the stretch through your back, not your legs. And then slowly making your way back up. We're going to shimmy forward, come down onto our backs, and again stretch the back out by going into air releasing pose. Paramuktasana. So knees to chest, nose to knees if it's okay on your neck. And you may want to gently rock side to side for a little bit of extra back massage. We're going to place our heads on the mat and go into happy baby. So parting the knees, taking the soles of your feet up to the ceiling or the sky, hands onto the bottoms of your feet if you can. Again, variations, you might be on the outside holding the edge of your feet. You may be holding your ankles, whatever works for you. We're really opening up those hips so you can again gently rock side to side if you wish, or jiggle these legs around, or you may just want to stay still. Take some nice deep breaths and experience just opening up your hips, drawing those shoulders back. Basically feeling like you're a baby having your nappy changed. I mean, hence happy baby pose. And releasing the legs, extend the legs all the way to the floor, raise the arms above the head. Full body stretch here. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then release the arms by your side and prepare for your relaxation. So if you want to be in Shavasana, taking the legs hip or mat width apart, and letting your ankles just drop to the side, releasing your feet. If you've got any tension in your lower back, you may want to have your knees bent. That's totally fine. Maybe you want to place the soles of your feet together and open up your knees so that you're again getting a good stretch through the hips. Whatever's comfortable for you. You might have your arms by your side, or maybe you're into goddess pose, so your arms are lying with your palms faced to the ceiling. And just take some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose here. Reconnect with your body and how you're feeling after the work we've been doing. Observe your breathing, whether you're able to get a deeper, more relaxed breath now. And as always, it's up to you what you want to do for your relaxation and how long you'd like to stay here. However long you are going to be lying here, if your mind wanders, just bring it back to your breathing. The rising and the falling of your stomach as you breathe. And the releasing of any tension in any muscles with every out breath. And then whenever you're ready to finish your relaxation, just very slowly making your way onto your right side and resting there for a moment. And then very slowly bringing yourself into a seated position to end your practice. So I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.